And welcome into the Backstage Pass here for a Monday. It's a new week, of course. There's some great shows coming up this week, too. Be sure and stick around on that Instagram page and, of course, on Facebook to check out the lineup. Yeah, I'm wearing the new logo for the Houston Astros. Got a chance to go watch the baseball team play in Houston yesterday. Really enjoyed that with the family. And, of course, be going back here in a couple of weeks, and never too early enough to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there coming up on May the 8th, too, as well, which is always good. Presented by our good friends over at MitchMacs.com for official Backstage Pass merchandise. And, of course, you can check out Hank Jr. Productions. They're documenting life's moments through videography, podcasting, and photography. Appreciate all the work that Henry Herrera does out there, especially in the state of Florida. Well, I tell you, when I got this single across on my desk, it was called Top of a Dream, and I got a chance to actually review the single and be put in a great press release to welcome in our next guest with the song. To talk more about that and then some, Alayna joins us back here on the Backstage Pass. My friend, what's going on?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Do you like the hat? It's the logo is kind of
Yes. I was just gonna say, I just came back from vacation, 10 days, and we ended up going to Cooperstown for the baseball Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And so we were there. It was really fun. And my husband Adam, he just loves baseball. He loves baseball. He is an avid Pittsburgh Pirates fan, even though they got blown out the other day really badly. But he loved it, and it was really, really fun. Cooperstown was really cool. I wish we had more time in there.
You can spend all day in there. I went one time when I was probably back in, I don't know, 20s or something like that. My father took me, and we enjoyed it. We actually did a Hall of Fame game at Abner Doubleday Field up in Cooperstown. Got to walk the halls. I mean, see all the memorabilia. It was pretty cool. And it was just like a blur. But I always told him, I said, one day, Pops, I said, we're going back and we're going to take that trip and just really enjoy it. But I tell you, what's great about this is so much new music you guys have put out. And I mentioned at the top of the show, I got a chance to review that one. So I loved it too. And my quote was, Top of a Dream from Alayna does not disappoint. Love the song. It's fun and catchy. But more importantly, it takes you on an emotional journey looking into her life and the struggles she has overcome. Truly, truly inspiring. And that was from me at the Backstage Pass. So I love the song so much. I had to put those words in a press release our good friend Sherry Cranford sent out. Tell me about the song, kind of the backstory of it, kind of where it was born from, and how excited were you excited for you guys to get this song out to your fans?
Oh, man, this song, Top of a Dream, I released a couple months ago, and it's been like a long time in the making. Like, honestly, the song is actually like 10 years old, and I had released an older version of it previously, but I wanted to re-release it, so I re-recorded it in a different key with an updated sound, and we released it. And I wrote it with Kirsty Manna, who wrote Austin for Blake Shelton. And she is so amazing. She's just like such a strong writer, and listened to my story, and I was crying and I was broken and all that stuff. And it was like one of the first songs that I got out of my story of abuse, you know what I mean? So it was like a really, really special day for me, the day we wrote that song over 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
Songs do that too. And I hear that, on a lot of the shows now. You look at Idol, The Voice, and things like this. And of course, a lot of the artists getting that chance that may not otherwise have. But song choice is so important for them to pick, to figure out kind of what style or what genre of music they're going to kind of venture off into when they get off the show. How tough was it to go through this? You mentioned for a long time, multiple years of this to write a song on I guess domestic abuse, but how tough was it tough to tell your story through words and lyrics?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it needed to be told, though. I think I needed to definitely like write about it and get it out there. But it's like, it's a long journey to actually like be able to, sit down and say like, yes, I was abused, or, yes, I went through this, to actually like admit it. Cause for a long time, like, you think that kind of thing is like normal, you know what I mean? And it's not a good situation. And it takes a long time to finally, like, you know, go through that, like, realize that, you know what I mean?
Mhm. I noticed that through and the lyrics speak very much. It's got so much meaning in different layers and different certain pockets of it. I mean, it's very full of goodness. It's got this retro sound, country pop production you guys did to it too. I went back and listened to it today, and just I mean, stacked harmonies. Tell everybody about the arrangement of just going through those different flows of harmonies and kind of stacking different things and the way the lyrics came out and all that good stuff as far as making that, because that's a process into putting out good music, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I worked with my producer, Nate Cornell, for this track, and Nate is so talented. I love
Hmm.
working with him. He has a Grammy for being a musician on a for King and Country record, and I give him a song and I said, hey, I kind of want it to sound like this, and he puts his little magic dust on it, and and it turns out great. And I told him I kind of wanted like a little bit of a banjo type feel, and he did that, and it sounds awesome. I love it. I love what he did with it. So lots of credit goes to him for that.
I know you had another great song, and I'm not sure when to ask you this from last time we had talked, but the music video you were in the process of making or were going to make for making babies. I thought the
Yes.
title was fantastic there too. Have you guys finalized the music video? Of course, I just had a beautiful daughter just a couple of years ago too at the same time, so I can very much relate to that song. She just turned 2 years old and enjoyed her second baseball game yesterday with daddy and mama and all that good stuff. But such a very cool song and something that a lot of fathers and mothers, especially Mother's Day coming up here in a couple of weeks, can really relate to. Is it something y'all were finishing the music video working on now? Tell me more about that a little bit.
Yes. Originally we did have a music video. It didn't come out the way we had hoped. So we reshot the video. I had a GoFundMe, so I had some fans help out with that, which was really, really nice. And we reshot the video. When was that? That was like last
Hmm.
October already. I can't even believe how fast
It's
time flies. It's up there. It's on my YouTube channel. If anyone wants
hmm.
to check it out, the Making Babies music video. It's almost at 70,000 views.
Wow.
So it was really, really fun. We love how it came out. It was fun. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of planning, but it was worth it.
I love it too, and I love your sound. And definitely, I know you were telling me from a young age you were classically trained in piano and just loved the love for music was there. And um, for you, you grew up listening to like Jewel and so many different artists that we've talked about here on the show. Tell me how all those different genres, not just country, but for you, a little flavor of this, a little flavor of that, kind of like ice cream stacking scoops on top and stuff like that. But that helps you become and made you kind of molded you into the artist you are today.
Yeah, it's oh man, it's so interesting because I grew up really listening to a lot of like pop and rock. I think like the 90s, the late 90s, from what I
Hmm.
can remember, is like really, really like huge on pop. And I liked Sheryl Crow and Jewel and Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys. And country music, like I wanted to move to Nashville because I saw it evolving. I saw it evolving into more of like a pop type thing. And I was right because like I moved to Nashville, and it was so funny because like people were like, oh, well, you're too pop for country. And now it's like the opposite. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it's really funny that way how country music has just evolved, and I love it. I love that it's like changed so much. I think there's something for everybody
Hmm.
in country music.
I love the fact you were telling me last time too. I know you're writing songs like around 10, 11, 12, and I'm like outside playing pickup sticks and baseball and
Yeah.
stuff like that with like my brother. And I would not even have the talent today or just have the words in my body to pick up a pen and just start the patience to sit there and do that. How did I guess writing, or how has writing shaped you as an artist, and do you enjoy that process?
I really loved listening to the big voices like Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston, Christina Aguilera, like huge voices. And I love their songs. And I was like, these songs are so big and I want to write songs like this. You know what I mean? And I mean, when I was 12, I did write my first song, but I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing, and I didn't know like that I could like keep doing it. You know, it took me a few years to like really realize, hey, like I'm really interested in writing songs, and this might, you know, potentially be a thing for me. So it wasn't until I was like 16, 17, 18 that I started getting like really interested again. So I guess compared to a lot of other people down here in Nashville, I'm kind of like a late bloomer. You know, you can write songs at any age though.
I love it too. And Sherry, appreciate you putting that in there. The link to Making Babies video you were asking. So definitely check that out on YouTube. She's awesome. She's on the Point. I love this lady. Got to meet her in Nashville. One of the best out there, her job and what she does out there too. So if you're an artist looking for some cool help out there too, and looking for great representation, that is a lady that you might want to go ahead and contact just based on our recommendation too. And I love this one because we always get viewers from everywhere out there. So David, appreciate you tuning in, my friend. And definitely, I love that. It's love for a song. There you go. It's good stuff right there. And always all the way in England, in Cumbria, England over there too, across the pond too. Well, hey, this is the point of the show. I turn it over to you. Again, the newest single, Top of a Dream, is out there across all the platforms. Make sure you guys go check that out if you have not done so already. And we get you to play one of two for us today. So let's have you play one for us here. Why not?
Is there something that you'd like to hear?
Man, you know, you put me on the spot. Look at that. I tell you what, we could do the latest single if you'd like, or we could do one of your choices. I always say dealer's choice.
You say what?
Dealer's choice is what I say here on the show.
Do you mind if I do my song called Two Story House?
That'll work. Let's deal with that. Here we go. Okay. Not a problem.
Thank you. He calls to say he's working late tonight. She says that's okay, she'll be in bed by 9. But he's calling from a bar, and she's running for her car. They both have another place to lie. They're living in a 2-story house. The one they tell each other, and the one they don't let out. The home they built that once stood strong is now on shifting ground. Life's complicated in a 2-story house. She's making up her eyes a darker shade. He's changing up his clothes in aftershave. And even though they see the difference as they leave, they both smile and act like nothing's changed. 'Cause they're living in a 2-story house. The one they tell each other, and the one they don't let out. The home they built that once stood strong is now on shifting ground. Life's complicated in a 2-story house. They don't mind knowing what they do is wrong, 'cause it's the only thing that's got them holding on. Living in a 2-story house. Yeah, the one they tell each other, home they built that was so strong is now on shifting ground. Life's complicated, made two-story house. Life's complicated in a two-story house. Oh,
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. Just as about as a great baseball game that is right there. Music and sports go hand in hand. If you guys haven't figured that out, great tone, beautiful voice, and that's one of my favorite songs you'd ever had put out. And when you did, I put it on the playlist the same day, so that was one of my favorite.
Oh, thank you.
If people can understand the gist of that one, yeah, you get the feel of that plus the lyrics. Hey, we're going to take a quick break, but I'm going to come back and definitely talk about this because April 29th, this is pretty cool. I know you've been waiting for this a long time. Lone Wolf is coming out. Looking forward to this. I actually love the album cover. I was looking at it today, or the single cover, I should say. This is going to be pretty amazing. All digital outlets on April 29th. That moon in the background. You catch that like inside the moon. You see that little bird kind of flying through with the wings, the wolf looking up, and all that good stuff. Your face kind of right there in the foreground with the letters. It's just a beautiful, beautiful cover. So we're going to talk a lot about Lone Wolf. Have some performances here for another song, and then check her out, of course, website and across all the socials out there. It's Alayna. It is the Backstage Pass. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the margin. And yeah, David, I will definitely ask if she can sing that "Love for a Song." Just for you too, as well, for maybe the second performance today. And yeah, he wants to know about the guitar she's using, because that's always a cool question we get from David here on the Backstage Pass. We'll take a quick time out here on the show for our good friends over at MitchMacs and come right back here on the Backstage Pass. Hang tight, more to come. Behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And that's the beauty of it here. You never know who's going to join us. Weekdays from 3:30 to 6:30. It's always a surprise. Of course, I know in advance, but you guys, unless you've seen the promo pictures out there, you may not know. So be sure and tune in every day at the Backstage Pass 409 Facebook page, and of course over on YouTube channel, the Backstage Pass. We appreciate you guys subscribing to it, and definitely some great shows already into June, booking shows for the summer. So definitely keeping busy here on the show. Back here with Nashville recording artist Alayna. We're going to talk a lot about this single coming out next week called Lone Wolf on April 29th. How exciting was this? I mean, on your page, you've definitely made the announcement out there. We're talking about a little bit about the artwork that you guys did for the single with the wolf there, and of course the moon and birds flying through it, your face in the foreground with the lettering in the background. Love it. And you're excited to get this out to people. In fact, this coming Friday, I should say next week, April 29th is this Friday that Lone Wolf will be out.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this song. I'm so pumped. And the artwork, I'm just like, it came out like pretty much exactly how I wanted it. Like I had an idea for like the wolf right here and the moon up here. And the person that I got to do this, the graphic design, like they just like nailed it. And I'm so in love with it. And I can't wait. I'm so excited for Friday.
And the pre-save link is actually on your Facebook page now. So if you guys want a little sneak peek of that, you can hit a pre-save link now. I believe it's on your page out there, and people can actually get that pre-save and get ready for Friday at midnight, wherever people download or stream music. Tell me about the song. Was it one that you just solely had a hand in writing? Was it a co-write? Tell me about the kind of the formation of it.
It was a co-write. I write a lot with my husband Adam and our friend Scott Barrier. And for this write, we decided to add in our longtime mutual friend Nancy Deckent, who is also from Pennsylvania, where we're from. And we had all met each other before we moved to Nashville, so it's kind of a crazy story there. But it was really fun. I had the idea, and I had like a verse to start out with. So I brought it to the co-write, and we went from there, and we wrote it in a session. And we came back another session to kind of tweak a couple lines and whatnot. But it came out like better than I could have imagined. I just love it.
I'll tell you another thing I love too is got a chance to see it over the past few months is just the opening of so many great venues, getting back out there. Like I said, we were in Nashville for the CRS coverage this year for the show. We got a chance to go down to like Old Red and some other little spots to kind of hang out to, and just cool to see you guys back on stage doing what you're meant to do, stepping out there, playing in front of crowds. For you, have the live shows pick back up, and will they, I guess if they haven't already, eventually we're talking about turning this corner over the summer and into the fall. You guys are, the tour schedule will be busy again, right?
Yeah. I'm personally, for myself, I'm kind of like stepping a little bit away from shows just for a couple personal reasons. I'm still playing like at the Commodore and sometimes at the local and stuff in Nashville, but I'm not doing as much as I used to. I'm kind of focusing on the writing, recording, and TikTok.
I need to figure that out. In fact, we may have to talk about that too. I've seen some stuff out there about it, but I've not figured it out. People say, well, make the Backstage Pass a TikTok page. We may have to too. So that might be something I talk to you about too. Since you're like, I've seen your stuff. You're a pro at that, girl. You are a pro.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Whatever you're doing, it's working out there too. Hey, speaking of those big festivals, CMA Fest is coming back this year. You've done a lot of cool things, I know, with CMA Music Fest in the past, and different songwriters festivals, things like that. Great networking opportunities out there for artists too. At the same time, you never know who you're going to meet, and like I said, putting your music in somebody else's hands and talking about those co-writes and things like that. How important is that collaboration to you, especially in Music City?
Like collaborating with other people?
With other people and just other managers, promoters, different artists, writers, things like that. Because you guys do, when you were doing a lot of the shows, you did play a lot of those songwriters festivals and CMA Music Fest and things like that.
Yeah, no, it's super important. I mean, I love meeting new writers all the time. I mean, I've got my main co-writers that I write with a lot, but I always love to write with new people, because you just never know, like, the song you're going to get or the relationship that you're going to make. And just like, just putting yourself out there, to create relationships. And even if like nothing comes of it for you, you have another friend, and I love having friends.
I do too, no doubt. Met so many great people in this industry. It's pretty amazing out there too. Well, I got to ask you about that. This is a question I know David had for me out there. The guitar, how personal is the guitar to you? And definitely we're going to try to play this one, Love for a Song, which is, I know, his favorite out there too. When it comes to the guitar you're holding, is that kind of like your baby? Is that the one that you're like, I have to have this one for performances? And what type of guitar is it?
Right now, I was using my Breedlove for a long time. Right now, I've got a Gibson J45, which is considered the workhorse or whatever. It's used in a lot of recordings, like professional recordings. So it's definitely like, it took me a minute to like get used to it, because I've played my Breedlove guitar for so long, but I really love the way this sounds and everything. And Love for a Song, I have not played that song in like 3 years. And I have the lyrics up here, and I'll do the best that I can, but I can't guarantee that this will not be a train wreck, because it might.
You know what? I'll say this though. This is just for the listener here because of his request, and we appreciate you making an attempt to do that. But also, too, at the same time, we can always add one here and make it, I say 3 for 3 sometimes. But I do multiple songs here too. So if you do feel comfortable playing an additional one for us, we can definitely do that too. But Lone Wolf is again coming out this Friday, April 29th. So make sure you guys check that out across our socials, the website, and make sure you go get it wherever you stream music out there. I can't wait for that one too, to be able to listen to it at the same time. So definitely you guys check that out. So Alayna, it's all yours. It is the backstage pass here presented by MitchMacs.com, the official merchandise provider of the show. And of course, our good friends over at Hank Jr. Productions. It's all yours.
Okay. Thank you. Elvis blaring in a 57 Chevy, American Pie down by the levee, dropping saying me and Bobby McGee, tight eyes and bell-bottom jeans, Motown to the king of pop, power ballad playing on a boombox, old school rap straight out of Compton, 808 speakers in your car pumping. It might be 3 chords and the truth, a beat that makes you move, takes you back to that front porch kiss, high school dancing with your best friends, melody pulling on your heartstrings, you laugh, you cry, you want to sing along, it's your love for a song. Bon Jovi in New Jersey, living on a prayer, West Philly to the Fresh Prince in Bel Air, Crimson Red singing Sweet Home Alabama, getting lost in a teenage wasteland, no it doesn't matter where you're from, East Coast to the West Coast sun, makes us wanna come together, soundtrack to the moments you remember. It might be 3 chords and the truth, a beat that makes you move, takes you back to that front porch kiss, high school dancing with your best friends, melody pulling on your heartstrings, you laugh, you cry, you want to sing along, it's your love for a song. Oh, Ladders in the air, raise them high, 'cause we're all singing the same song tonight. Might be 3 chords and the truth, a beat that makes you move, takes you back to that front porch kiss, high school dancing with your best friends, melody pulling on your heartstrings, you laugh, you cry, you want to sing along, it's your love for a song, it's your love for a song. Oh, oh.
And I love the comments coming in right there. Look at that. She played that too. Adam's like, yep, sounds great. David,
Your luck.
that's real luck. Well, there's his comment right there. I love it. Yeah, so thank you for doing that too. And of course, Gladewater, Texas in town. Hey Terry, how's everything going there too? So good to hear from you, and definitely there's Adam coming in. Hey, yeah, there we go. So, and you know what? Today I'm feeling good on a Monday. She's going to play one more for us. We get a chance here, just a little bit, and definitely always great to just have you back here on the program, no doubt. Again, Lone Wolf is this Friday, the 29th. So make sure you guys go check it out across all the different platforms. And speaking of writing, you've done your fair share of it in your career. I mean, you've written for a lot of cool. Great hit makers, and I believe one was we had here on the program a while back. It's such a pleasure to meet Rodney Atkins. What was that like to kind of come in contact with some of the best people out there too at the same time? And you've done that with a lot of great people too. You mentioned Austin for Blake Shelton, and how important Kirstie Manna is, and of course the guy that Rodney Atkins has turned out to be in country music, a legend. What was that experience like to, like you said, take a talent, a true talent of yours, and be able to share that with the world and be able to share that with other artists?
Oh my gosh. Are you referring to Steve Dean?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steve is such a great person. He's really, really nice, and he's open to writing with a lot of different people, which is great. There are some hit writers that are not as much
Mhm.
open, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess I don't know. Like I just try to, always put my best foot forward and show what I have, and hopefully, they'll want to write with me. But as far as approaching like hit writers, I don't know. I just like sometimes I ask, sometimes I let them,
Hmm.
to me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a fine line there. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
I've had so, no doubt too. Before we have you play this next one too, at the same time, I guess packing up and leaving uh, Pennsylvania and going down to Nashville. I'm sure people think about that a lot too. Like just pack up, leave your hometown, go chase your dreams, all that kind of stuff. Tell me about the challenges that you faced being a female in this industry. What have you had to overcome? And I think people say, well, we all go through different struggles in our life too, but it makes us a better person in the end for whatever career path we take. But what's some of the biggest challenges of being a female artist in country music or just in music in general?
Mm, man, that's such a great question. I mean, I've literally had like labels tell me like, well, you're really good, but there's not enough females on radio right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what do you do? You know, like what can you do except just keep doing your thing?
Hmm.
Just keep doing it. I mean, I've been like $30 in my bank account, and rent was due next week. Like I've overdrafted a couple times.
Hmm. We've all done that. Yep. Yep.
Very, it's very real. The struggle is real. Like I'm
Yep.
not making it up. I mean, I've had, man, just like ex-boyfriends and toxic relationships,
Hmm.
and just sometimes feeling like, I guess, reference to my next single, feeling like a lone wolf.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, but it hasn't been easy, but it's been so rewarding because I feel like I've grown so much as a person.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's just been a beautiful, wild journey, and I'm so grateful to be here. You
Well, you're a beautiful person inside and out, and I love when you come on and share the music with us. No doubt, that's just the beautiful thing out there. Is I love the fact that you put these type of songs in the different listeners' hands, and people can kind of make their own view of it. That's the beauty of music. It affects somebody in hopefully I say positive way, but hopefully turn a negative into a positive, and find a song out there that is beneficial for them, their family, or someone that they know. And that's the whole thing. Is music is therapy for me, and I know sometimes when I've had a rough day, I'll put on the playlist in the truck, forget about, work is work, leave it at the door, don't bring it home. And then when you get to the house, it's like, I'm listening to stuff, just driving, and whether it be Sirius XM or just anything on the playlist. And to me, music is therapy, and that's what you've provided for people out there, especially with Top of a Dream. And definitely looking forward to hearing Lone Wolf when it comes out this coming Friday, April the 29th. Let's have you play one more for us, one that you're comfortable with. You probably played more recently that you feel good about. Although the last performance was great, I know David wanted that bad, so we got that out of the way, which is great there. And it turned out better than she expected, David.
I
So
know.
for...
I was like, oh, yeah.
We'll have word from our sponsor, of course, with the Hank Jr. Productions and our good friends over at MitchMacs.com. And of course, you can look out for Lone Wolf this Friday. We'll come back. We still got rapid fire we're going to do with Alayna, no doubt about it. We'll have a couple questions there and figure out what's been going on, especially the binge watching. I know for us, it's been or getting ready to be the Ozarks again for my household to finish that series. But we'll talk to Alayna about what's been going on in the binge watching household for her family too. It's all yours. We'll play one final one if you want to grab that guitar, and we'll do it again.
All right. Ooh, just hit my guitar. All right, well, I guess I'll do my next single. It's called Lone Wolf. When my angel angel mother flew up to heaven. I learned real fast to be independent. Daddy didn't want to raise me up, lit a fire raging through my blood. Ooh, I'm a lone wolf on a lonely road. Yeah, the dust and the grit and the gravel make me stronger. Yeah, I'm an outcast on a broken path. Every jagged cut and scar fuels my hunger to go wherever the dark moon pulls. I'm a lone wolf. When the rain comes down, I race with the wind. Feel the freedom on my skin. No one around to hold me back. Way too wild to run with the pack. Ooh, hey, I'm a lone wolf on a lonely road. Yeah, the dust and the grit and the gravel make me stronger. I'm an outcast on a broken path. Every jagged cut and scar fuels my hunger to go wherever the dark moon pulls. I'm alone. Fighting to survive, just to stay alive. Fighting to survive, just to stay alive. I'm a lone wolf on a lonely road. Yeah, the dust and the grit and the gravel make me stronger. I'm an outcast on a broken path. Every jagged cut and scar fuels my hunger to go wherever the dark moon pulls. I'm alone.
Yeah, I love that song already. Cannot wait to hear that full version on Friday too. I got people in the margin commenting too. This is going to be one of those anticipations we were waiting on for quite some time. Love the guitar riff in it too. The voice really makes it that dark kind of feel too a little bit. You kind of bring it out with some of the best with the best lyrics. Great write, and I commend you on great work there, no doubt. We'll do one final time out here. Come back with a rapid fire here. Always love to ask these personal questions. The binge watching in the household, and of course the best foods to cook. What is she getting into lately? I know for me it's been a lot of takeout. Not that I really need it, but there's always something new to try. Like yesterday was ball game food. And of course, in the future, there'll be always something else I try to get into. I tell you, for me, it's been a salmon kick. I don't know why I love salmon so much, but that's been that's something for me in my household that definitely I love to cook that. Plus the steamed broccoli and salmon. It's kind of weird though. We'll do one final time out here for, of course, our good friends over at MitchMacs. Come back with Alayna. Again, Lone Wolf's coming out this Friday, April 29th. You can pre-save now on the Facebook page and also alaynasmusic.com. Check out the website out there too. While you're at it right now, a word from MitchMacs. Stay tuned. Coming back with Alayna here on the Backstage Pass with Rapid Fire. Hang tight. Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. I do love that paint on the wall. As smooth as those vocals are for Alayna right there, paint on the wall is just always a good thing. MitchMacs logo. Go get the Backstage Pass merchandise out there, including these really cool coffee mugs that are out there right now, plus men's and ladies apparel. And good friend Todd Mitchell tuning in today. Appreciate all they do for the merchandise sales out there too, to keep us running and going and just keep it all going there. Just like an artist appreciates it, we do too. Make sure you go like our pages and, of course, check out alaynasmusic.com. Again, Lone Wolf comes out this Friday, April 29th. And, of course, this weekend we're doing the Port Neches River Fest out in Port Neches, Texas. Get a great musical lineup. John Wolf's going to be out there along with just a great Zydeco Cajun legend, Wayne Toops, and our good friends Cleto Cordero and Texas guys, Flatland Calvary. So if you're in the area out there, be sure and check out Port Neches River Fest coming up this weekend. The boat races and all the cool stuff out there we get a chance to look forward to starting April 27th and carrying on through Sunday of this weekend, May the 1st. All right, let's get into a little rapid fire here because I love doing this. What's been that program or programs that you're like, you guys like, you know what? It's 11 o'clock at night. We can't turn the TV off. What have you been binge watching with the hubby?
We love Queer Eye. The
Oh,
latest season. Yeah, it's really great. And we also love, I don't know if you've heard of the Try Guys on YouTube.
I've not. No.
They're 4 guys and they're so funny. They're always like trying like food or sports or something. It's really funny. And they have a podcast and we love listening to their podcast.
Okay. All right. Well,
yeah.
Check that out too, no doubt. I know for me, like I said, it's going to be the Ozarks this weekend, Friday. The last 7 episodes, I believe, of season 4 come out. So they put a wrap on everything. So I've got like the cliffhanger in my head from the previous 7. And now these 7 come out. So now it's going to be putting a wrap on a great crime, drug war, money laundering, everything that has a good crime show mixed into. Jason Bateman, and they've done a great job with that series. If you haven't checked out, have you seen parts of the Ozarks?
I haven't.
Ooh, girl, if you get into that, you're gonna get lost. It's about as tough as, well, I say tough, but I mean, watching it. Breaking Bad.
I love
good ones out. Was good out there. I love Schitt's Creek was good.
Yeah. Have you seen 1883?
I have not yet.
Oh my God.
Really? Okay.
So good. It's so well done. But it is so sad.
It's sad.
Like the second episode, like absolutely triggered me. Like it was so sad, but I mean, it's so good. Like I couldn't binge watch it. I was like, okay, I need to stop and like, do something else. That's what just happened, and then come back like another day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it like, one episode after the other, but it's.
I'll probably need to watch that before I watch Yellowstone because I've not seen Yellowstone either. Okay, all right, because that's something I've got to. People keep telling me, the Faith Hill Tim McGraw thing is excellent, but get into that, then of course get into Yellowstone after that too. All right, any good foods? You guys know for me, it was like I love salmon, I love steamed broccoli. Any good foods y'all cooked lately, or any good takeout you've had?
We just were on a vacation. We went to Massachusetts. We had some seafood. I had clam chowder.
Ooh, okay.
It was really good. And I've been on a turkey sub kick lately, like Jimmy John's. Like, I just keep wanting turkey and clubs and stuff. I don't know why.
Nothing's wrong with you because I've been on the opposite side where I've been on this Subway, the rotisserie chicken. I've been on that kick now with the bacon and all the stuff that's really, I'd say, bad for you. But I do put veggies and stack a bunch of veggies on it. And I've had to cut back from like some days you just can't have the foot long, so you got to go 6 inch. It's just like, just I don't know, man. But and then for me, like I don't know for you, but like I love, like I say sweet tea, but like any iced tea, like half and half for unsweet to sweet.
Yeah. I like half and half. Yeah.
It's a weird, this iced tea kick. I'm trying to cut back on the sodas. That's one of the things that I'm trying to help myself too. Of course, when you go to a game like I went yesterday with the family, it's like, yeah, just the Coke and the Sprite and the whatever, and just bring it to the seats, and we'll, the Michelob Ultra and all the other stuff. We'll just pound it. We'll just drink it. We had a good time. I had a good time out there. So always fun to watch the Astros play there at Minute Maid Park. All right, I love doing this one. Let's say Alayna woke up tomorrow and won the Powerball. What's the first thing?
Oh my God. What's really funny is like Adam just bought, like on our way back, we were in Pennsylvania, he bought Powerball, like a Powerball ticket. Like he bought 5, but we didn't get like any numbers at all. And I was like, you know what I would do with $400 million? You know what I would do? Oh my gosh. Well, I'd finally buy myself like an electric guitar. I have an electric guitar that I won in a contest from Keith Urban, but like it's got the thing, so I want another one. And then I would buy a jacuzzi.
Okay.
I would buy my own house. We're renting a house right now, so we would buy.
All right.
And I would give away a lot of money to my friends, probably.
Yeah. I'm kind of like they're
loyal people, like drink on me, my guys.
I'd probably like fly to Nashville, call up Lane, be like, hey, let's go down to Old Red. Let's check out some cool things out there. This is cool. Now Adam tunes in as I try to get my voice back from the weekend, and of course he had a good game yesterday. Chaz McCormick, I did not know that.
Yes.
So Adam, get him in touch with me so we can get him on the show, because I had Chaz going 2 for 2 or 2 for 3 yesterday in the ball game. So what a great leadoff hitter and a great outfielder he's turned out to be for the Houston Astros. And so definitely a great ball player. So you guys want to get him in touch, we'll get him here on the show. I love talking to songwriters just as much as I love talking to artists. So
Adam just bought a pack of baseball cards at the Baseball Hall of Fame, and Chaz McCormick was in them, and we were sitting he's like, I know him. We know his dad. Like, I was like, Adam, this is so great.
He's a hell of a ball player. And I tell you this, I mean, the guy's got a menacing swing, and he wants to go get it, man. He can fly like the Dickens to go get it. It was a pleasure. We sat behind home plate yesterday, like 2 rows behind home plate, like on that first level, and it was fun. Yeah. In fact, I'm going back here in a couple of weeks. I was like, yes, you get so addicted, and you realize that honestly, life is so short, and to do things with family is so important. And honestly, just sitting there taking in a ball game, something as simple as that, no matter the outcome, just being with your family, your wife, your daughter, your sister, my sister, and my brother, it doesn't get any better than that. And if they win, they win. If they don't, then it's just great being at a ballpark, an enclosed arena for 72 degrees to sit there for 3 hours and have your favorite beverage and meal. That's the best part. So I think it's fantastic. And I felt like I didn't feel like a lone wolf yesterday. I felt like just compacted with my kid all over me hanging and all the other people around me. And, you get to meet some of the nicest people.
Yeah.
Just like you do at a concert, at a ball game too. So I commend you guys for going up there. Did y'all get to Boston when you went to Massachusetts?
We did not, unfortunately. Okay. We were in New Hampshire for a second, and we went to Kittery, Maine for a second.
Okay. Right.
We like traveled up the side, and it was cool. It was cool.
All right. Nice. And of course, I'm sure you guys drove. Did y'all drive the trip?
It was a long drive.
The scenery too had to be as beautiful as, I mean, if you take your time to get there and you want to stop and do things that you want to do from a scenic standpoint, and just the beauty of our country is amazing. I've never been that far east to go up that way, but I've done it out west, and man, it's if you love mountains, it's pretty out there. I can imagine the water and of course everything going up the East Coast right there has to be a beautiful scenic drive out there. Well, that's it. I'm ready for the great song to come out this week on Friday is Lone Wolf. You can check her out at alaynasmusic.com. You're one of my favorites out there, and every time you come back to the program, you're always welcome to holler at me anytime new music is coming out. Thanks so much for being with us, and looking forward to connecting again when more songs come out, no doubt.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me as a repeat guest. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your time and your effort and how much all the work that you've put in for this show. It's an awesome show, and you're super organized, and I love it, and I got to go buy myself a mug.
I'll get you a mug there, MitchMacs.com. And now if you do it, I guess, Todd, we're running this promotion now. Okay, so get something out of it and get a free sticker at MitchMacs.com. So there you go. Put a sticker on the laptop or wherever you want to put those bubble stickers. So go check it out there. MitchMacs.com. There's men's, ladies apparel, coffee mugs, all kind of cool stuff out there. AlaynasMusic.com is where you need to be by Friday, and of course across your streaming platforms for Lone Wolf. Thanks to Mitch Max and our good friends over at Hank Jr. Productions. Tomorrow's schedule, I've got to go back and look at it because I have no idea who's coming on tomorrow, but I'll check it out and put a post out there for you guys. 4 more great shows. I can tell you we're still trying to keep track of the great rock band Nazareth coming up real soon. Pete Agnew, the founding member of the rock band Nazareth, is going to be on with us hopefully in the next few days to talk about their new album called Surviving the Law. Looking forward to that. They put that out April 15th, so you guys can go check that out across all the platforms too. Until then, have a great Monday night. Enjoy some Astros baseball. And yeah, if you get a chance to go to the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, take Alayna's word for it and mine. It's worth it. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the Backstage Pass at 4 o'clock. Until then, have a great night.